Good afternoon. My name is Rebecca Dawson, and I am part of Toe and Lucia's intermittent fasting group. I joined with them on this journey on January the 18th. And to date, I've lost 27 pounds, which I'm pretty excited about. I have a story that's probably fairly similar to many of you that are listening to this. I was a fat baby when I was born. I weighed 8 pounds and 14 ounces. And because I was the firstborn and my mom was nervous as a new mother, she overfed me my whole life. And so I battled obesity for 68 years. So I've done most every diet known to mankind. I consider myself a diet veteran. And I recently went through some health issues with cancer and have just become more aware of nutrition and trying to stay healthy and getting the weight off. And I also have rheumatoid arthritis, so the inflammation situation is important for me. So when I read about Toe and Lucia's group, I thought, I haven't ever really tried fasting. I don't really know very much about it. I'd read about it a little bit, but I'd never really done it. And I thought, what the heck, I can try. And so essentially I just did whatever Toe and Lucia told us to do. I started out with an 8-hour window and did that for several months and saw about a half pound a week weight loss. I mean, it was slow, but it was steady, and I was okay with that. I was not so concerned with losing weight as I was feeling better, getting more energy, and ultimately getting the weight off. I wasn't interested in any kind of rapid weight loss because I've done those kind of programs before and gained them all back. So I knew that wasn't necessarily the wisest thing. I was also interested in trying to improve my personal relationship with food and to learn to change my behaviors about how I felt about food, being mindful of what I put in my body, and just trying to overall gain a better relationship with my food and my eating. So that seemed to work really well with the intermittent fasting, because if I followed the protocols, I had good results. And I felt better almost instantly. I quit eating processed foods for the most part. I focused a whole lot more on vegetables, lean protein, fruits, minimal starches. Not that they're bad. Nothing's really bad on an intermittent fasting program, but my own body, because of problems in the past with sugar and eating too much processed foods, when I eat that stuff, I just don't really feel good, and it makes me crave it the rest of the day. So for me, it was just better to really, really cut back on bread, crackers, sweets, cookie pies, cereal, rice, potatoes, all that kind of stuff. I've slowly added back in some rice and some potatoes, again, because there's no really bad foods with fasting. It's just better to focus on healthier choices. And for me, I was really wanting to get as good a result as I could as quickly as possible. And it's been great. I feel good. I have been happy with the steady weight loss. I mean, I've hit a few plateaus, and I just kind of keep doing the same thing. The focus on water has been different for me. I always knew it was important to drink water, but I never, ever in my whole life drank as much water as what I'm drinking as an intermittent faster. But it's been good. My skin feels better. I'm not as hungry. I just try to get at least 2 liters in before I break my fast, and then drink a little bit throughout the rest of the afternoon before I have my last meal of the day. I've fluctuated some between an 8-hour window initially for eating, then I was able to drop it to 6, ultimately, and then later to 4 hours, and then ultimately I tried a 2-hour window for about maybe, 2 or 3 weeks. And while I could do it, I didn't like doing it as much as I preferred a 4 to 5 hour window. And that seems to work pretty well for me. I generally don't eat until between 1 and 2 o'clock, and we eat supper fairly early. So we are generally done eating by 6 o'clock unless we're doing something special and I'm a little bit outside my normal window. But I feel good. My husband, who was probably 20 to 25 pounds overweight, but not obese. He's always been thin. He just had gained some weight in the recent years, and he was not happy with how he felt. So he just kind of came along for the ride, and he hasn't necessarily practiced intermittent fasting quite as religiously as I have, but he's still lost 25 pounds right along with me. So he's kind of at his goal weight right now. I feel like based on my height and my body mass index, I probably need to whittle away on the final 15 pounds. But oddly enough, tonight I'm going to my 50th class reunion, and I'm only 4 pounds away from weighing what I weighed when I graduated from high school 50 years ago. So I'm really happy about that. But I was slightly fat when I graduated from high school, so I still have some room to go. But I'm just pleased that I feel good. I find that with my rheumatoid arthritis, if I have a flare or slightly injure a joint without realizing what I'm doing, I can heal faster. The healing process seems to be working better with the fasting. And all I can think of is that my body's autophagy process is kicking in and helping, because I'm just not eating as much. I have these large periods of time, basically 18 hours a day, when my system can devote itself to healing rather than devoting itself to digesting food. So I'm pleased about that. And other than that, I think everything's going really well. Toe and Lucia are awesome coaches. They've just been great to work with. They answer all of our questions. They're there if we need them. We have a wonderful cohort that I'm in, and we share information and share ideas. And it's just been a real pleasurable thing to do. And if you're thinking about it, my suggestion is to do what Toe and Lucia suggested to me when I started, was commit to it faithfully for 3 months. See how you feel. And I felt great after 3 months, so I thought, well, I'm just going to keep going. And so 6 months has been even better. I think the more I do it, the better I get at it. And I don't have the temptation like I used to have to sneak bad stuff. You know, my choices are better. I feel like I'm more in control of what's going into my mouth than it's ever been. And I've enjoyed cooking and learning new recipes and just trying to, make good choices so that I always keep healthy food around, and planning for trips away from home. We pack lunches and take healthy snacks in the car with us, so we're not tempted to stop and get a burger and fries and a milkshake somewhere. But I'm pleased with my health results. Oh, the other thing I wanted to share was my recent blood work was really, really good. My total cholesterol had dropped 40 points. My triglycerides were right where they needed to be. My doctor was like, wow, your blood work looks really great, and you've lost weight. So I just think it's a wonderful way to live. I can see myself doing this. I don't intend to quit when I've lost the remaining 15 pounds or so. I just want to keep doing this. I just think it'll help me live longer. So anyway, I wish you all well on your own personal journeys. And if I can ever be any help, you're free to reach me through Toe and Lucia, but let them help you. They're the pros. Thanks so much. Bye.